Hey Glam Crew. So this video will be a review about my doctor and the procedure that I had in the Dominican Republic. Excuse me. So I waited to put the name of my doctor out for personal safety reasons. Also because there are a lot of internet trolls that I just didn't want to be bothered with. I'm trying to heal. I'm still in the healing process. I'm about 4 weeks post op, and yeah. So I waited to put this video out. A second. And also, I wanted to be able to give a fair review and not just go based on the emotions that I was feeling. I know a video back, yeah, one video back, I had like a really emotional day. I was like 5 or 6 days post-op, and I was just so unhappy with my doctor. And I was just, trying to give his team and him, a chance or opportunity to try to make it right. And that hasn't happened. So I just want to be able to give a fair and honest review about my doctor and not have different people in my ear, things of that sort. So let's get started. I have done years of research on this doctor. I have had two people that I personally know go to this doctor. I've read tons of reviews and different things about him. And even though he is known as a hits or miss doctor, he's had some bad infections. What year was that? I want to say that was like 2018, 2019, no, 2018 maybe. He had like a really bad year of just passing out infections. Two deaths that I know of. He even came out and made like a public statement like, I had a death. The reason being, I apologize. I'm going to take some time off of work and just get my mind right. Um, there was a girl that ended up with a really bad infection, and she was like in ICU and ended up going back home. She stayed there for like a long time, and him and his team had really did the best that they could do for her. And then her family ended up taking her back home somewhere in the US. And even through all of that, the main thing that kept me interested in this doctor is his bedside manner. Like the girl that had the really bad infection, I believe it was her birthday, and he had surprised her with a birthday cake. They sang happy birthday to her. And it's just real unfortunate that out of all of the research and reviews and different people that I've talked to, the two people that I know personally went to him, I rarely hear anyone say anything negative about his bedside manner. And if you guys don't know what bedside manner is, that's pretty much like the doctor's attitude and treatment of you. Like, is he sympathetic? Is he compassionate? Does he listen to your needs and wants? And everyone says he's been like that with them, whether it's the tax season rush or whatever the case. But with me, y'all, I did not have a good experience with him. And not only with him, but like his whole team. Like, it was just not a good experience. And I'm just like, man, why did I have to be the one to have something like negative to say about his bedside manner? Now, don't get me wrong, my results, I'm happy and satisfied with my results for what he did do, because I wanted some ass, a BBL. But I still got my old little booty. Still got my old. Y'all, when I woke up and I was talking to my best friend, I was like, I'm salty. I got the same ass. Stuck with this old little booty, but I'm thankful to be alive and here. No infections. And yeah, I'm blessed. So, y'all, with all that being said, my doctor is Dr. Mignon. Israel Mignon a la carte. Did I say that right? Some people say Manon. Mignon. He is known to do a lot of bigger dolls and weight loss patients. Um, I'm a bigger person. My BMI was, and you know what? When I told his assistant, they did not weigh me. They did not weigh me. She just asked me like, "What's your BMI?" And I was like, 38. And now that I'm home and realize I'm 242 pounds and I am 5'8". So that makes my BMI a 36. And I told her 38, but they never weighed me or anything like that. So technically, I should have been able to get my BBL, but I did not. And yeah, we gonna talk about this when I was in the office with her. We gonna talk about that. But I really believe I should have felt more secure and more comfortable, different treatment. I should have been treated more sympathetically, I guess. And I mean, don't expect this with a lot of doctors in the DR because it's not the same. But like, I met this man in person, I want to say 2016 maybe. He had came to Atlanta. And of course, me being late, I was late to the event. But I was in the bag and I got to like see him and he said hi and gave me a hug. And I met his assistant at the time. I met the owner of the recovery house where I stayed at, and he gave me a hug and he looked at my body. And his assistant translated and said, "Yeah, you're a good candidate for surgery. He recommends you get a tummy tuck." They didn't give me a quote or anything, but you know what the package price was. They told me what packages and deals that they have. The recovery house talked about what services they offered at the recovery house, and I was just like, wow, like he took the time out to come here to our country and meet and greet with future dolls or people that felt uncertain about getting plastic surgery. So I was sad, and then I knew people that went to him had good experiences, and I'm just I'm just disappointed. I really am. I'm disappointed, but I'm happy I don't have any infections, y'all. Um, I definitely, I don't know. I'm still deciding if I want to say I recommend him to anybody. Um, because you know he doesn't have like a straight imperfect history, but he's not like a horrible butcher doctor. Um, I don't know, and this is why like part of why I waited to even say who I went to. Um, my backup doctor, y'all, is next door to his office, and that doctor, ooh, my pronunciation, it start with a G. It's like the dad and the son. Garucci. God, y'all in the comments, drop that doctor name that I'm trying to say. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna type the name up right here. Who I'm trying to tell y'all. Because that was my backup doctor. When my doctor had stopped responding after I got to the Dominican Republic, the assistants was not responding, and it was very disheartening. And I almost went to the other doctor, my backup doctor, but I was like, no, I can't do that. I got my heart set on him. Maybe it's just something came up in his life, or I don't know. And it's crazy. And before I even got there, I was hearing stories like he's working all night long, had dolls lined up. One girl said she was there at 8 at night, and there were still four other people ahead of her. And then another girl said she hadn't got out of surgery till like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just like, oh. But then as I was doing my labs and stuff a few days before surgery, I saw him walking in like at 2 p.m. It was like 1:32 p.m. He had a suit on. He was happy. He was greeting girls in the hallway, saying hi, giving out hugs, and was excited to be at work. He was smiling and happy. I didn't get to see him or talk to him right then because it was so packed at the clinic, and he was like way up ahead of me. But he was greeting girls and saying hi and whatnot. And I'm like, well, it's 2 p.m. So, you know, he couldn't be doing surgery all day. And just like the day when I had my surgery, I was told to be there at 7 a.m. I was there waiting, but he was nowhere to be found. And then he came in about noon. And that's when they started prepping me for surgery because I was the first doll to get surgery on my surgery day. So, come to find out, he shares the OR with other doctors. And let's say they're doing their surgeries first thing in the morning, and then he does surgeries after that person. And I think the reason why they may have his dolls come in early is because maybe the other surgery might finish early. As soon as that person's done, they're trying to get that OR prepped and set for him to start his surgeries. And remember, y'all, we are all going to have different experiences no matter who your doctor is, what clinic you're at, whether you're in Mexico, the US, Colombia, Turkey, wherever. We're all going to have different experiences. We're all healing at different speeds. And you just got to remember, don't take things so personal. Like, I was emotional. I was super duper emotional. And when I came back, I don't know, I was just in depression, just not moving around, stiff, in pain. And it's crazy. I didn't feel pain until I got back home. But you can't let yourself feel that way, and you can't compare other people's experiences. Just prepare for anything and everything to happen. I am going to insert some before and after pictures, and I'm going to do voiceover on that. So continue to watch. I'm going to put that in next. I'm also going to go over the price, the procedure, the package details, and other healing tips that I've been picking up and learning along the way, and more about Dr. Mignon. So, Mignon, another good thing that I liked about him before I went was that he's a military doctor as well. So I'm like, yeah, he has like a little bit more extensive training, a little bit more responsibility. He needs to be more safer and more careful because he has that military reputation to uphold. And like I said earlier, with him working with bigger dogs, like my fupa, y'all, the fupa, the lower stomach, it was just fat and saggy, and I needed a doctor who could cut that away and shape it just right. And my man Manyon, he did that. He did exactly that. And that brings me to my procedure. Why is my lighting? I'm sorry, y'all. My lighting keep doing something odd. But so the procedure that I got was a tummy tuck and lipo to the side. So his assistant Rosa is who I've been keeping communication with. Before I got to DR, she would respond to me in less than 24 hours, at most 48 hours throughout this whole time. Now, I got a quote like 2 years ago with them. I was supposed to get surgery a long time ago. Then I had a baby, and then I was like, no, I really don't need it. Then I'm like, ooh, after that baby, I needed it. So, them pictures that I showed y'all, yeah, I needed a tummy tuck. So Rosa, when once I got there and finally in the office after being ignored most of the morning, or most of the first days that I was there, she asked me what my BMI was, and I was like 38, not even thinking, but come to find out my BMI was 36. Um, so she was like, "Oh, your BMI is too high. He can't do a BBL or the full lipo on your back or anything like that because it's too risky." And I'm just like, I've seen girls in his group on his page, his Instagram page, that I know their BMI is way more than mine. And I'm completely healthy. I don't have no asthma. I'm not a smoker. I rarely drink. Um, I don't have like no wild and crazy lifestyle. I don't have diabetes, high blood pressure, none of that. Nothing. My pregnancy, I didn't even have no complications, no preeclampsia, whatever goes on with pregnancy, y'all. None of that. I just had a bad reaction to anesthesia. But she told me my BMI was too high and that he could only do a tummy tuck and lipo on like the sides. Pretty much whatever he could do, whatever he could do from the front, because he would not flip me over. And I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, like y'all say that. It's girls that woke up with their breasts done and they wanted to have their breasts done, but they were told he can't do your breasts because of whatever reason. But only the doctor can determine that. So I'm like, okay, I'm speaking with the assistant at the moment. I haven't been evaluated by the doctor personally. So I'm gonna get my BBL. This is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get my BBL. And plus, I had a little gift for them. I had wrote like a thoughtful message out in a nice little card, and put some money in there. Not no little $200-300. I had put some money in there. as a gift to show my appreciation. But no, they didn't get that, honey, y'all. No. I came back and splurged on my son. He got him some new cars and stuff. Some other stuff that I put up. I started Christmas shopping with that money. What's up? But that's what I was told. And I was quoted, my original quote was for a tummy tuck with the muscle repair. In Dominican Republic, the muscle repair, um, which is your abdominal muscles get outstretched, they're stitching it back up. That comes with the tummy tuck. It's like standard, just like a BBL. And if you choose not to get a BBL, they don't take money off for that for the most part. But money was taken off for me. I don't know if it was money because he couldn't do the BBL or money because he couldn't do 360 lipo. And when you get a tummy tuck, they don't lipo your stomach because it can cause my pronunciation. Pray for me. It can cause necrosis where your skin kind of like separates and it just look real nasty and gross, and you're gonna have to do oxygen chamber treatments to oxygenate that skin and promote it to heal. Which I did oxygen chamber treatments as a precaution that I wanted to do personally. I did the oxygen chamber treatments. So my original quote had tummy tuck, muscle repair, lipo of like my armpits, not my arms, not the arms, but like my armpits, my full side, the flanks, my back. Yeah, lipo, 360 lipo pretty much, and a BBL. And then an O shot or something. And in the package, you get 10 days at the recovery house free. You get 5 massages free. Most of your lab work, it comes with that. Long as you're not a smoker, a drinker, or have any other pre-existing conditions. And that lab work was an EKG, and the cardiologist, well, that's EKG with the cardiologist, and then they do a chest x-ray to look at your lungs, and they're going to make sure that you are not a smoker, so don't be in there lying. They take blood, urine, um all of that. The only extra test I had to pay for was COVID, and my test before surgery was $50 for COVID. When I was going home, my recovery house took me to a place, and that COVID test was only $27. So if you want to know where that was, I got a picture of it in my phone. The place I went to is like a restaurant on the side, and then like a little area where they was doing a COVID test. So I got the name of the restaurant. If you want to go there, you'll see them people doing COVID testing, and it's $27. But I hear in the airport it's $10. So that original quote was $5,900. And then I paid a $300 deposit to the doctor, and then I paid a $200 deposit to the recovery house. So $300 deposit to the doctor, $200 to the recovery house, and that left me with $5,400 that I still needed to pay to the doctor. And after she sat down, talked with me, we went over what I wanted. She told me he wouldn't flip me over. She asked me if I wanted fat added to my hips. I said, no, my hips is cool. I just had a butt dent that I wanted to fill in. I'm still stuck with them butt dents, but hey, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm blessed. And y'all, I keep saying that because I know 3 girls, not that I know personally or just, but there was 3 girls that had passed away while I was over there. I don't know who their doctors were, whatever the case may be, but word around the recovery house and the surgery groups and the time that I was there, 3 girls had did not make it. And that's where with anywhere you go, I'm not trying to scare y'all. I went over there, I'm here. Anywhere you go, it's you can die in a car, on the airplane, anywhere. You just have to stay prayed up, positive, and be prepared for whatever. Um After she told me I could only do tummy tuck and I did not want fat added to my hips, the price was 5,000. She told me just give her $5,000. So that's $400 less than what I was originally quoted. Yay! So Then after I paid the 5,000, I had to pay for the complication insurance, which with him is $235. Um, Deposit recovery house. My recovery house, I had to give them an additional $680. My package, remember, included 10 days at the recovery house, and they count your overnight stay in the clinic. And then I had a nurse, which, y'all, she was a sweetheart. I don't know who she was. She was surprised when I paid her, but I'm like, I think I need to pay you. My doctor's assistant had provided her, and she was very helpful. I think I talked about her in a video prior already. Yeah. So, extra massages. Oh, the reason why I paid the recovery house extra days is because I stayed 15 days after surgery. So I had to pay for the additional days plus my night at the clinic that counted. I thought that was like a free night at the clinic, but no. The recovery house is holding your bed. So you got to pay for that night, whether you're there or not. Oxygen chamber treatments came up to $550. I'm gonna talk about that in my recovery house video because the oxygen chamber, I did that through my recovery house. Transportation with the recovery house. Once again, the recovery house got me for some money, y'all. $25, but I started using Uber on them. Uber is super cheap over there and it's safe. Whether you're in a car with a recovery house driver or a Uber, you're still in a car with a stranger. So, hey, I started using Uber, which the rides was like super cheap compared to what the recovery house drivers were charging ridiculously. My COVID test, and then I went to Alexander Fajas, where you can get a custom made faja. They got shorts, they got Bermuda shorts. I get the ones that go to your knee, or you can get the one mid thigh. They have all type of fajas. They got the ones that go. They got everything in Alexander Fajas, y'all, and their price is reasonable. I want to say my fajas were 130, and what the recovery house was trying to charge me 140 for their fajas, which the material was tacky. Alexander, their faja material is nice. Yeah, so I got two fajas. Get your faja in your regular size and then have the waist taken in. So I have an extra large faja, but my waist is a medium currently, and I'm on the third hook. I've been on the third hook for like a week now. I need to get my fajas taken in. I'm working on that, y'all. No, actually, yeah, my fajas actually at the cleaners, y'all. I'm gonna tell you about them fajas in another video. How when you come back here, well, I can tell you now, when you come back here, how these people be trying to charge. I went to the closest dry cleaners by me because I couldn't really drive, not wasn't supposed to be driving. But I went to the dry cleaners to get my faja taken in and altered a little bit. And this lady charged me $45 for the little alterations that she did. My massage therapist, Nana in Fairborn, yeah, the best. She referred me to a lady that's on my side of town, and I went there. She did alterations similar to this Asian lady that charged me 45, and this is a Latina lady. She charged me $15. So shop around, y'all, if you can. Get recommendations, word of mouth. The place where I got my alterations is La Moda Latina. It is off of Jimmy Carter in Norcross. It's like a clothing store. I think it's called Zamaya. But look up La Moda Latina Clothing, Jimmy Carter, Norcross, Georgia, and it should come up. It's by IHOP and Chuck E. Cheese, and she do alterations. I haven't got my file to see what it looks like yet, but I could tell she to go because she was in there with all her materials prepared and knew exactly how to help measure and all that. So back to my cost. I'm sorry, I went off topic. Excuse me. I got two Alexander Fajas. That was $260. My heparin shot and antibiotics was the only medicine that I did not buy. And somehow, when I got back to the recovery house, they called the pharmacy, and the pharmacy delivered it, and it was $189. $189 for just heparin shots. I got 12 and antibiotics. Now, with my doctor not responding or giving me any type of post-op information, I was going off of information from other doctors. Like a lot of doctors have PDF files that are posted in their groups, or I had paid a deposit with two other people and I had asked for this information and they sent it over to me. And then I remember like a year ago, I had got my doctor's post-op medication list, and it was still in my phone. And I know that my doctor had prescribed 10 injections for his patients. Some doctors prescribed 6, and some doctors prescribed 12. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get no blood clots. So I took it upon myself to tell the recovery house I need 12 shots. Because when I got to recovery house, they were asking me, where's the paper from your doctor? Your doctor didn't give you no paper. And I'm like, no, what paper? I was supposed to get a paper? And he didn't. The assistant was not responding. I even reached out to another assistant. She did eventually respond to me, but that was just for like a pretty common question after days and days and days and days away. So I'm just whatever. So I took it upon myself to download other doctors' informations and read over what they were requiring. A lot of girls in my recovery house went to Medina, Mercedes, Mijas. I don't know. And they had paperwork, and it was like, well, here, this is what my doctor was telling me. Read this paperwork, what she's prescribing and whatnot. And then the recovery house nurse, I just put together, what I felt I needed because I was just out on my own. And if you don't do your research, you really gonna be out on your own, just doing anything and taking anything, and I don't know. But hey, so that medicine was $189, which was high. And I don't get it, because I just noticed when one particular nurse would try to order stuff in the pharmacy, it would be high. And then when I would ask her for a price breakdown for each thing, what's the Dominican peso amount, and I put it in my calculator, my converter, and figured out the US amount. And I'm like, something ain't right with that. And then she come back with another price, and I'm like, okay, never mind, I don't got no money, no dinero, no dinero. And then when my homegirl Joanna came in, I tell Joanna I need this from the pharmacy. She come back with clearly how much it was. Boom. Simple as that. Simple as that. And people like them that really look out for you, make sure you bring tip money. Make sure you tip them and, show your appreciation for them, y'all. Because some of them nurses really do have your back. And somebody got my back, I'm gonna show them gratitude. I'm gonna show them appreciation. I'm gonna give. Especially if I got it, I'm gonna give it. Um, Creams that I use, like burn cream. I got like a little faja burn. It was a tiny little faja burn. I went and bought a whole tube of cream to put on there. The bruising cream, cream for massages. They have antibacterial ointment called Trophable. I'll insert a picture and show y'all the creams, the different creams that I got. If you want a more detailed breakdown about those creams, let me know and I will make that video for y'all. And I spent about $200 in tips. So, and all my surgery supplies that I bought before surgery, I spent about $300. And I was overdoing it, but I just wanted to be prepared. Like, I got Medi Honey that I haven't even used yet, or probably won't even use. And I got a whole tube of that. I got other stuff that I'm probably not going to use no time soon, or I might need in the future for something. I'm definitely not going for a round two, so I won't need it for round two. Or maybe a friend is going. I'm like, hey, I got these supplies, girl. Here you go. But altogether, I spent $8,465. And that included my airfare too, because my flight was like, let's say $350. I bought that flight like 2 years ago, y'all. 2 years ago. So I spent $8,465 for everything. Uber Eats, transportation, tips, flight, everything. Grand total. That's how much. And I had budgeted 10K. and I came back with like a little over $1,500. Yeah, a little over $1,500 plus the money aside that I had for gifts for my doctor and his assistant. So the first picture is me before pregnancy at 200 pounds, the day before delivery at 304 pounds, the picture I use for my quote at 245 pounds, and then 6 days post op. In this picture, the middle picture is me at about 16 days post op. I was still bent over a little, and the two pictures on the left and the right was the night before surgery at about 242 pounds, and I was slightly bent over too to see how much my stomach sagged over. Middle picture still very swollen. Here is just another comparison before and after. This was the picture I used in my quote evaluation before surgery, and then me at 6 days post op. What's a difference? Even though still swollen very much. So make sure you budget for post-op care. So I budgeted 10,000 for surgery and everything like that. And then my post-op care, I budgeted 3,000, and that wasn't included in the 10,000. So outside of 10,000, I budgeted 3,000 for post-op care, and I gave that money to a very trusted friend. And honestly, y'all, that was like just in case like something happened. Like if I don't make it, I believe the starting price to get cremated and then have your remains shipped back over to the US, it starts at 3,000. So that 3,000 was, hey, cremate me and get my remains back over here. Y'all don't need no GoFundMe page. Don't sell no spaghetti dinners and fish sticks for me. Cremate me, bring me back. Or if they decided not to cremate me and wanted my body back here, heck, go 3,000 to start. Family, put y'all money together. Seriously, but because also massages in Atlanta are high. There are the cheapest I've seen a lymphatic massage that you need after surgery was $80, and that person didn't look too knowledgeable. I don't know. I never tried that person. Um, but for the most part, they're about $100 each massage, and I get them between 2 and 3 times a week. And they're $100 each. So each week, that's $300 on massages. You're gonna need to take your faja in. Like I said, the one place got me for $45. Found another place that do it just as good for 15. You might want to buy a new faja, a new wardrobe. Yeah, when I came home, I had packages at the door waiting on me. I already started pre-shopping because it's gonna be hot girl summer. But I need my man to come pick me up afterwards. But hot girl summer. So yeah, make sure you got that post-op care money ready because that is important for your healing, sis. The pain pump was like $240. I didn't need it. Honestly, when I woke up, I was just sore, stiff, still a little numb. I never felt any pain, like I said, until I came home. I was using Heal Fast, which has all your vitamins and everything you pretty much need in one pill. I was taking arnica tablets beforehand. I still was taking my iron supplements, so I didn't need that. My iron level was up. I was a 14.1 before surgery. The day after surgery, they take your blood again. My iron was 13.1 or 13 something. Before surgery, it was 14.1. After surgery, it was 13. So I did not need blood. So that was $300 that I didn't use. And then I just brought extra cash. Um, let's see. Talked about my procedure. Oh, healing tips, y'all. Healing tips. First tip: walk bent over. walk bent over. I wish I had known that when I had a C-section. That might be a reason why it came open too. But walk bent over. Even now, I can almost stand up straight. It's just not officially comfortable to me. I don't want to stand straight because I don't want to stretch my incision out and it heal ugly or heal stretched out looking. So stay bent over if you're getting a tummy tuck. That way you're not stretching your scar out. In the beginning, they say walk, walk, walk. In the beginning, they urge you to walk, 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 walk. But I feel like your body just went through a lot of trauma. You need to rest. Drink fluids and rest. Like the first 2 days, I just was too scared to walk. I didn't want to fall. And walking kind of caused me to have a little bit of pain. But when I was comfortable in bed, I felt better and just, a little sore, stiff. But I was drinking a lot of water. So every time I got to get up and walk clear across the room to the bathroom, boom, I just walked. Plus, it was hard for me to breathe. My muscle repair was tight and it was hard for me to breathe in the beginning. So I was kind of like catching short breath, just walking to the bathroom, taking a breath, walk a few more steps. And I'm like, yeah. So the first few days, I was just resting, sleeping a lot, trying to give my body more time to just rest and heal and recover. By day 5, I was walking a little bit better, doing better, trying to be more independent. Um, Oxygen chambers treatments, y'all. The hydrobaric oxygen chamber treatments, y'all. Do those treatments because that helps you heal faster. It promotes less bruising, less it promotes less bruising, your incision to heal more better, nicer. So it doesn't be like so keloid, especially if you have keloid skin. You want to do those in the oxygen chamber, y'all. Wear earplugs because it feels like maybe your first time on an airplane and like how that pressure is, especially if you sit in the back of the plane in the main cabin, y'all. Basic seats, you don't really feel that in comfort or first class. I don't. Definitely on the way back, y'all. I would say get first class because it's way more comfortable. The planes are back at capacity. My way back, the plane was capacity. It was full, every seat full. And I was like, man. And I only did comfort. I did comfort there and back, but it was still tight. At least in first class, you don't really have, nobody really around you. You got more space. You're closer to the bathroom. The lanes are wider for you to walk up and down. Um, Better service, quicker service at that. And you got a way better selection of snacks and stuff. On a way back, y'all, I had read somewhere in the Facebook group, it's a girl Mia. Am I saying Mia? I don't know, but she's like the surgery goat, and she be knowing what she talking about with everything. She real snappy though. I don't know her personally. I don't know nothing about her. I just know on Facebook it come up as Mia. But she had said a long time ago, and I had put this in my notes like years ago. I'm like, this is something to keep because she on to something. She was advised to drink a beer at the beginning of her flight and at the end of her flight. And beer helps you to, urinate. So you're going to constantly be reminded to get up and go to the bathroom and walk. And then it helps with swelling as well. I don't know what the other benefits are, but I'm like, I don't care. Let me just try it out. The girl beside me on the plane, she was like, "You're drinking? My doctor told me not to drink." And I'm like, my doctor didn't start responding. So, hey, I'm going to drink this beer. And that's what I did. So, I drank me a beer at the beginning of the flight. If you basic, you're not going to get a beer. I don't know if you can buy it. But first class and comfort, you get better selections. And this is on Delta. I drank the beer. I did not have no swelling on me. My feet did not swell up at all. Shoot, they swelling up now because I'm just sitting here. Wow, that's crazy. My feet swelling up, y'all. Like this is the first time they done swelled up since surgery. Ooh, let me hurry up and finish this video. But nothing swelled up on me. I wasn't uncomfortable on the plane. I kept getting up to walk. I only urinated one time though. Maybe because it was only a 2.5, 3 hour flight, I think. But yeah, that's what I did. You guys can try that tip out if you'd like. I wish I had more to back it up to, like, kind of encourage you guys to try it, but follow your doctor's orders and whatnot. My doctor didn't give me any orders, so hey, I'm just winging it. Give yourself time to rest. Don't rush things. Like I said, I stayed there 15 days post-op. Testicle powder is gonna be your best friend. I had a small little opening on my incision coming open. Put that powder in there. Boom. The next day when I took it off, it was almost gone, surface level. Next day, boom, gone, healed up. I cleaned it with Hibicillins daily, every day. Let that dry, then put the powder on there, covered it with gauze, left it alone, and that little opening was closed up. So hey, hallelujah for that. Bruising cream, the thermicid. Like I said, I'm gonna insert a picture. It's the yellow and black cream. Put that on your bruising and it will bring your bruises down a lot. Like my first day out of surgery, I was lightly bruised, but by the fourth or fifth day, no, hold on. I didn't see myself until 5 days, 5 or 6 days post-op. I had light bruising. By like my 10th day, like nothing. I came home, I barely had any bruises on me at 15 days post-op. I think it was the oxygen chamber treatments that helped out. Get your pineapple, fresh pineapple. Try to get fresh pineapple. After fresh, I think frozen and then canned pineapple. Don't even bother, y'all. Don't bother. But the enzymes in pineapple promote healing and helps keep inflammation and swelling down, which you don't want all that swelling on you. You want to drain and get it out. The drain. Do not be in a rush to get the drain out because that drain is like your lifeline, y'all. Be careful with that. Make sure you're watching the nurses too when they're changing your drain. Kind of learn how to do it. That way, when you get home, you can know how to unclog it yourself. I do have a video where my massage lady in DR was showing me how to unclog the drain. I gotta edit that video because my poom poom out. You see a nipple here, so I gotta edit that video and put that up here. I'm gonna try to get that to y'all, but hey, I'm back at full swing. Got things to take care of at home, plus work. But I'm only working part-time for now, so okay. Most importantly, listen to your doctor. Unless you're like me, then you just plan it by ear. Get some PDF files or information from other doctors, like their post-op care instructions. If you know somebody in a recovery house that got post-op instructions from their doctor, maybe ask to see it, take a picture of it. That way you can use that to help you out. Yeah. And then let's see, there was something else I want to say. Oh, so look, use common sense too. Yesterday I was talking with my massage lady and I was like, I had asked her what order do we put the lipofoam? And she like, come on now, Chica, use common sense. You done did all this research. Why would you put an ad board on first, something hard pressed up against your sensitive skin? And I'm like, yeah, that do make sense. You put the lipofoam, the pads, then the ad board, and then the faja. I'm like, yeah, oh, I don't know. But there's just so much information, conflicting information. I wouldn't call it conflicting. It's just this might work for you, but not me. So it's kind of like a trial and error too. But overall, listen to your doctor's instructions. If your doctor, responds, I I pray that's the case for y'all. I'm really bummed about that. And I guess overall, I mean, I would recommend Dr. Manon, but I'm just gonna let you know, don't depend on him and his team to give you any instructions on anything. Don't expect them to be compassionate, and kind of do your research and take notes and just try and figure out what's going to work best and get a good recovery house. My recovery house, Roycio Ortega, I'm so blessed that I was there, y'all, because without them, I don't know, things would have been real bad. I done heard some horror stories about other places, and I just would have been down bad. So Roycio Ortega Recovery House, I thank y'all so much. Um, yeah, I'm happy I'm here. I don't know. I keep saying that, but y'all, I'm just happy I'm here. And uh yeah. I hope y'all have a good plastic surgery journey. That's mine. Not what I was expecting. I was happy. Surgery day, puppy. Hola, Dr. Mignon. Let's get this tummy gone. He was just like, what happened to you, sir? Are you sure you want to do this for me? Because I can go chill out and But y'all, they was already sticking the IV in my arm, putting stuff down, and I was out in seconds. So other girls were saying he prayed with them. I didn't get no prayer, y'all. I mean, nothing. No post-op visits, no final visits. They didn't respond. I had to show up to the office. Just pop up. And it's no excuse. For him, his team, I don't think it's no excuse because everybody has had something positive to say about his bedside manner. Even girls that was there at the same time me that had surgery like a day before, the day after me, like they did not. They had completely different stories. Now his nurse assistant, people had same similar stories about her being a little rough. But y'all, them results, they look good. I'm gonna insert it in here somewhere in this video. But thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best. Drop some comments if you have any questions. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Peace.